Hey spuddies, PotatoMcWhiskey here and welcome back to Let's Play Europa Universalis 4 as Yemen. Now where we left off we were kind of, getting a mild ass kicking from the Mamluks, but that's because they're quite a bit bigger than I had anticipated. Again, I talked about this last time, but they're, if I go up here to Mamluks, they're actually 497 development, whereas we're like 212, although, if you actually look at the actual development number here, we're 308. So they're almost 20% bigger, 200 development bigger than us, which kind of explains why their army is so gargantuanly huge. We are getting pretty big. I think we could actually do a little bit of time to take a moment here. Have a look at our country ranking in terms of income. I don't know where we are. So let me see. What is my income? Let's have a look at allies. So I'm Yemen. I'm making 30 per month. So I'm actually fairly highly ranked in terms of income, not so highly ranked in terms of treasury. In terms of development, I'm actually one of the biggest countries in the world, which is pretty interesting, considering Ming is like, 5 times, maybe 6 times my development with only like twice my manpower, so I'm feeling pretty good about this. I have a decent number of techs, I have a decent number of ideas. I would like more, however, because I feel like I'm falling behind on ideas. My power projection is really nice, that's going to help me get more tech. So let's have a quick old look at maybe some other metrics. What's the next one? Score comparison. We actually do not have a huge amount of score. We have a little bit. We have a little bit of score, I think. Yeah, accumulated a tiny amount of score. Now other people are getting score as well, so we'll have to see how we can do in the future. Score strength through ages. So in the discovery age, we actually made a decent little chunk of score. Now Ming is obviously, kicking ass over there. You can see some of these things going on. Let's have a look. Nations technologies. Cool. Okay, let's not screw around with that anymore. We could choose a new idea group, and that's actually kind of a discussion that I wanted to have. I've been thinking about this a little bit, and I'm tempted to go for espionage ideas. I'm tempted to go for trade ideas. I'm not really tempted by exploration ideas, although there is, from what I can tell, if I go to the colonial thingy, there is like colonizable land down by Adal. I would have to fight Adal for it, but it's there, it exists. I mean, it's possible in theory to colonize some of this land. And I think there's like little islands over here, and I could theoretically colonize like the Philippines and stuff like that. It's not impossible for me to do that. The Philippines and Taiwan, and then down by Australia. Like, I could, in theory, if I were to get exploration ideas, I could do that. It's within the realm of possibility. Like, if we look at, what's my colonial range? It's over here. If I were to get a couple of ideas in the colonial exploration ideas up to here, I could easily reach some of these provinces down here. I could even go down to Africa and colonize. And like, I'm not against this idea. It's an idea. I'm excited at the potential. I could colonize the New World as Yemen, or well, the New World, the sort of Pacific as Yemen. It's a really interesting idea to me that I could colonize some of these regions over here, and I'm really tempted by it. I don't know if it's what I'll do though. I'd have to really think about it for a little while. I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it, but it might be worth it. That's the thing. If I could get colonialism, or if I could do this, that would be so. Oh man, it's really tempting to colonize the New World. On the other hand, I could take something like influence ideas, goes really well with my government type. It gives me more income from my vassals. It gives me prestige. It gives me diplomatic annexation cost, which is really useful because I have been annexing a lot of people. It gives me aggressive expansion impacts. It gives me more diplomatic reputation, envoy travel time, diplomatic relations, vassal force limit, and unjustified demands. Like, influence is so very good. I'm really torn between like, espionage is really fun and cool to play around with. And plus it helps your corruption. Mostly the corruption is what I really like about it. I could get espionage. Espionage would be so good, but I could also get trade, and trade would be so good. But I think I'm in a bit of a dearth of diplomatic points right now, so it's kind of like a bad time to really do a diplomatic idea group. Like, it's not a terrible time. I think, though, I'm going to be investing into some ideas while I wait for the institution to get to me. Man, what do I go for? I mean, diplomatic ideas are also really good because it gives you extra relations, war exhaust and improved relations, reputation, war score cost for provinces. Diplomatic tech cost is the big one that I would be looking for. I like having lots of cheap tech. I'm a big fan of that. So I'm really torn between diplomatic ideas, exploration ideas, and maybe trade ideas. Oh man, it's really tough to make the decision. I feel like I need a diplomatic idea group. I could also take administrative ideas, but that's kind of, you know, it's all mercenary stuff and core creation costs. Like, this is really good. Interest is okay. Possible advisors. Like, a lot of these don't really do much. It's really only the core creation cost, the tech cost, and the number of states. Those are the only things that really sort of grab me there. Now, there are some really good combos of this with other idea groups, like aristocratic ideas is improve relations and aggressive expansion impact. There is also the expansion idea group, which would give me, it's sort of like a blend between sort of exploration, trade, and what's the other one? A little bit of maritime and some diplomatic ideas in here too. It would expansion ideas, if I were to go this way, right? If I were to get expansion ideas, I could definitely attack India and stuff like that and head out here and down into the East African Charter, like Madagascar and stuff. Like, that's why I'm tempted by expansion ideas. But I already have an idea group for administrative ideas. It's really tough to make this decision. I'm also tempted by quantity ideas. I like the idea. Quantity feels really good to me because you get lots of manpower, which is really, really useful. There's also quality, which is also its own excellent idea because it means pound per pound. Your infantry and stuff like that are better. Offensive ideas are amazing too because you get leader shock. Defensive ideas are amazing because you get the yearly army tradition. Okay, so right now where I'm at, it's either expansion, exploration, or diplomatic ideas. So I need to think, am I going to continue pressing up into the Mamluks, where my people are? My culture group is? Or do I make the decision and push east? I know we've been talking about this for a while, and it's a really tough decision to make. And I think the decision I've come to is that I'm going to keep pushing up into my... No, you know what? We're going to try it out. We're going to try out expansion ideas, see if we can get all these overseas trade company things. Can I actually make trade companies if I'm... I forget how trade companies work. I'll need to look those up. But I think... Oh, man, this is a really, really, really difficult choice because the timing of this choice matters a lot. There's also humanist ideas, which are really useful. I think I'm going to go for expansion ideas because it'll let me be very, very aggressive in the east and stuff like that, in these trade company regions. You know? It's more of a late game tech though. Maybe I can delay it a little bit and maybe I can pick up something else. Yeah, maybe I'll pick up something else first. I'll go for diplomatic ideas first. And I'm going to spend I'm going to actually spend a bit more time unlocking ideas while I wait for the price of this institution to come down. Okay, so we can actually restart the war. I know that was like 10 minutes of me discussing my idea groups, but I feel like those are the kind of decisions that you can't really rush or you'll end up in a really bad spot. Now this army is on its own, and I think we can catch it. So I'm going to send my... Oh, no! Ah, yes, I need to deal with that. I'll need to send over this this army here. So I'll send over my Fungi Separatists. I'll send this second army over to recapture this from the enemy. The Ottomans are smashing. Very, very good. Nice work, Ottomans. The Mamluks are super not wanting to be at war anymore. Wallachia is in bad shape. We've lost the trade protection battle, Casus Belli. Okay. Okay, I've got my army heading over there. Okay, we destroyed another little thingy. Let's get some of these provinces going. So I will shift consolidate and detach a siege. Then I will move into Quanfada and then Jeddah. Detach a siege, then Jeddah. Okay, at least they're going into my enemy's territory. Let's retake control of some of these things. Looks like the Ottomans are fighting up here. Nice one. Excellent, I'm happy about that. We're going to lose control of Taif, but that's okay. Okay, let's drop off a troop. 2 troops, then we'll spread them out a little bit to occupy this entire terrain. We'll retake this province. We need to be careful though, because these guys might come back. But thankfully they're occupying Egypt now, which I'm happy about. There is the possibility of some more Medri Bari thingies. Where is Massawa? It's here. Let's increase autonomy here, just to not have to deal with the Medri Bari. And who else is ready to pop off? The Omani separatists, actually. Let me have a look. Where's the unrest? Alright, we'll increase autonomy here. Just get rid of that unrest. I probably should have done that a long time ago, but that's okay. So we got rid of 2 of these factions now. They shouldn't go and declare war. Excellent, we took control of the province. Let's move you back in to meet with the leader. Beja has come under our occupation. Let's occupy that province over there. We occupied this province. The Ottomans are doing a fantastic job. Hopefully they don't abandon me in this war. You need to get out of here. Through this guy's territory. Let's go up to speed 3. We need to keep an eye on what's going on. Right, we got Jeddah. Join up with the sieging army. Might not be the best idea to have everyone standing in the sieging province, but it's okay. Battle of Dakhla Archipelago. His army is mildly scary like that, but we can bring you back. Actually, I need to de-occupy this. Okay, we control some provinces. Oh, he's got fully defensive ideas. Okay, Mushasha is building a spy network on us. So there's some separatists over here. I wonder if you're going to go try to deal with those. Doesn't look like it. Let's combine these armies together. Okay, thankfully the Ottomans are starting to occupy some stuff in my favor. Now Medina actually wants that province, don't you, Medina? I think so. So we're going to take this province for myself. A diplomat in the Mamluks was expelled while they noticed that I was building a spy network. Excellent. Good stuff. Good on you, Mamluks. Let's have a look at the colonialism thingy. It's starting to appear. Excellent, excellent, excellent. I'm quite happy about that. Very slowly, however. Might be worth my while to spend some points to speed it up here. Will give me 127 manpower, an extra garrison growth, and a bit of colonialism. It would speed it up by like 3 months on how long it'll take to get it. I tell you what I will do. I'm going to issue an edict for institution spreading. It's expensive, but it's worth it. Not exactly a huge boost, but it will save a lot of months off this. Port capital of a country in the New World. Nearby friendly province has colonialism. I may spend some points here to get it. It's a fish. It's a fish. I might be better off spending over here in the Gems province, actually. So let's do institution spread. Many traditions, positive stability, institution spread, port. It's missing a big one. What's it missing? Institutional spread. It said institutional spread plus 50%. I don't know why that one is there. But I'm going to buy up this province, even though it's not like the ideal province to do it in. I'm going to buy this province up because it's a Gems province, and I can convert this properly later. So let's do a bit of each. Now this'll finish nice and quick relative to my other ones. Yeah, look at that, almost one per month, so that'll come up nice and quick. And that'll mean it'll spread much quicker to my other provinces. Cost me a lot of monarch points to do that, but I think it was worth it. It'll be worth it in the long term, I feel, especially because this is a Gems province. We are going to need to deal with the culture and stuff in here. Move towards legalism. 40% chance of heretic raising up. I think we were planning on going mysticism, even if that does mean we get heretics. Would you go try and deal with that? So the Ottomans are doing a good job occupying stuff. Excellent work. Now I believe I had to promise them land, which is not ideal, obviously. I don't want to be giving away some of my conquests and war. But once I have this occupied, I might see if I can negotiate for peace once I have this little bit of occupation. Oh, you're going to the wrong place, Ottomans. You got stack wiped over there. It's not good. Yeah, you guys need to swarm away if you can. The Mamluks have raised a new army. So we'll go attack these guys. They shouldn't be too difficult for us to kill. But once we have this occupied, we'll be able to negotiate. I think. One of my generals died. Which one? This one died in battle, so we'll need a new one. Okay. Come on. Oh, what are the Ottomans doing over here? I'm not sure what they're doing. Are they trying to clear this out? I'm a bit confused by all this sort of stuff going on. It's a bit weird, alright. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know why the Ottomans are over there. They shouldn't be over there. Just go back and do the right thing, Ottomans. Come on. Get this fort. Come on. Look at all this. Look at all this progress he lost, the Ottomans, because he were messing around over here like an idiot. Come on. Alright, let's negotiate for peace. See what they'll do. So the Mamluks would be upset with us. So I need to give the Ottomans these 3 provinces. So we need to go the whole hog. I would give the Ottomans these 3, maybe even Cyprus, we'll see. But we need to, yeah, we need to go the full war. How many wars are you in? You're only in 1 war, alright. That's good. What are the army sizes looking like? Yeah, we've got to massively outnumber them. But we just need to be that little bit careful. Wait, what is my tech level? Am I tech level 12? Oh, I was supposed to save up for this, wasn't I? Military tactics is really important. Oh well, I spent my money, who cares? I have 0 manpower. So it's time to debase our recruitment standards. We gained 6,000 manpower. Right, that's good. Let's go ahead and get a new general. 3111. Not ideal, but I'm not going to complain. Let's convert Najran. Institution spread in true faith provinces. That's where that modifier over here was coming from. Makes sense. Let's do another couple because we want to get this up to 1 per month. If we get that up to 1 per month, it'll go nice and quick. It'll mean it'll spread across over to here really, really fast because it'll get that modifier of nearby friendly port has colonialism. So it's 1% each month, so it'll be 1952 or 1552, 1952. Jesus, definitely not that one. So let's keep going on here. The Ottomans are losing armies, man. What's going on? Alright, let's go occupy. Who has a siege pip? Right, this one has a siege pip. You hang out in Al-Ula. Now, ideally I would have gotten funds out of this war, but it's okay. I'm not worried about it. I could make a state over here in Upper Nubia, and I will. I'll turn this into a state. Of course the estates are a little bit upset. Here, which one has good? Which one has good, What are the guys do? I'm trying to find the button. It's buildings. Right? Where's my buildings? Here. Dimmy. Moves local autonomy for local tax modifier. Local tax modifier plus 33%. But you can't convert it. I think we might not play around with the Dimmy and we might just instead go for the more homogenization approach where we do diplomatic conversions and take religious ideas later on in the game. We'll see about that though. Okay, I need to give the Amirs another province. I can also demand their military support. Increase their loyalty down. Yep, and then I'll give this to the emirs. Will I? No, this is going to belong to the merchant guilds. Because that means the local production efficiency, local trade power, and sailors, and that's the stuff that I really care about. Goods produced. And then I'll give the emirs this province. It's a coffee province. I don't want to give them a coffee province. I'll give them a coffee province just to keep them happy. I can't core them yet. I'll have to do that when the war is done. Austria declared war upon Venice. Alright, you're welcome to do that. I'm surprised none of these countries over here have gotten much bigger because they don't seem to be fighting each other much. I guess it's hard when you're all roughly equally sized. But, you know, it's entirely possible for one of these countries to completely unite all this area before really the Europeans start to mess around in them. Oh, shit. I zoomed out to have a look at the map and now I'm after getting screwed. I can't believe that happened to me again. I like looked away. Every time I look away from my armies for a split second with the time going, I get jumped on by the enemy. I'm not going to survive this. This is going to be a stack wipe. How fast can you get there? Okay, let's retreat together now. Like every time I'm going into the fight, the Ottomans are sitting in their territory. It's very, very frustrating, Ottomans. Anyway, look, I'll call this an end to this episode. I want to thank you guys very much for watching. Gee, oh my god, the Ottomans, like they were doing a great job, and then they like sent their army over here for God knows why, and just let the entire momentum of the war. And then when I went in, the Ottomans weren't going in, and then when the Ottomans weren't going in, I went in. It's just complete lack of communication here, Ottomans. Would you get your shit together? Anyway, look. I'll call this the end of the episode. I want to thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this series so far. Please remember to subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. Remember to leave a like if you want to directly support my channel, and remember to leave a comment if you want to give me your feedback. Other than that though, I want to say I love you all very much, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.